afternoon and welcome to the midweek edition of Live at 4. Brady Mallory's in all week for the vacationing Susan Simon. She's continuing her Swiss adventure.
Yeah, we should have a graphic up
where she is.
Sue's cruise and watch her go.
Oh, she's going to Paris and London.
And she deserves it. Good for her.
Well, it's actually her son's graduation present, and they couldn't go because he graduated during the pandemic.
Yeah, so it's long overdue and great family time together.
Absolutely. So we'll see her in 2 weeks. I'll see you probably next week as well.
I'll be here.
All right, topping the news today, the new Marquette Law School poll numbers show the race for governor is neck and neck. Political reporter Will Keneally is standing by with the details.
2 years have surely proven the pandemic is tough on teachers. Today was orientation for more than 300 new teachers at Madison Metropolitan School District. Reporter Catherine Merck has the story.
And former President Trump's then personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, testifies before a Georgia grand jury. We have details of the investigation looking into election interference. Let's take a look outside. It's a great shot.
Isn't that nice? Pretty.
Our drone shot. Yeah, this is right off of Midtown Road over here.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Summer's still here.
It is.
That's the good news.
We have so much time, everyone.
But weekend rain chances are there, and Julian's in the backyard. Nice day today, though.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad that we keep talking about our weekend rain chances because it's just so gorgeous until we get there. But again, another beautiful day on tap for us here in Madison. Holding on to a couple of cumulus clouds, but overall still beautiful blue skies. And taking a look at what we have, 82 degrees so far today. So it's been a very summery day for us, one of the warmer days we've had in quite a while. We're normally around 80 degrees for us. Temperatures around southern Wisconsin, 81 in Janesville, but 79 in Platteville. So many of us are into the upper 70s and into those lower 80s as we're kicking off the rest of our evening. Taking a look at Dane County, though, we are seeing areas just to the northeast into those upper 70s and to the far 79 degrees for Sauk County as we're kicking things off for us. Now, as we take a look at our dew points, still not a lot of moisture, but still can feel a little bit of humidity for certain areas. But planning out the rest of this evening, we're going to see those temperatures go back to being comfortable for us. Whoa, there was a bee in here. Oh, bye. But as we go into what we're looking at, we're going to take a look at our next chance of rain chances coming into our weekend. So that's what we're going to talk about in just a few moments. But just looking at the interstate for our traffic as of right now, all green as we're getting into our 4 p.m. evening hour. We'll talk more again about those rain chances in just a few moments. So then let's toss it back to you guys in the studio.
One of the perils of being outside.
Remarkable recovery from B-Gate 2022.
Thank you. All right, Julie. Thank you. See you in a few minutes. We're getting our first look at how voters feel about the candidates after this month's primary election.
Yeah, so what are they seeing? A tightening race for governor. Political reporter Will Keneally breaks that down for us. Will?
Black, but they're okay.
So it's a statistical tie. That's the story out of the Marquette Law School poll today. So while the poll shows that Tony Evers is ahead of Republican challenger Tim Michels by just 2 points, that is well within the margin of error for that poll. Which is 4 points. And that's a pretty big shift for Michels. So compare that to the Marquette poll from June. In a head-to-head matchup, Evers was ahead by 7 points, which is almost double the margin of error back then. So it's a tightening race on the gubernatorial side, but on the Senate side, Mandela Barnes is ahead of incumbent Ron Johnson by 7 points. That's significantly outside of the margin of error, and it is a big improvement for Barnes, who's statistically tied with Johnson in that June poll. But what are voters looking for this fall? The poll found things like inflation, gun violence, and crime and abortion top the list. Poll director Charles Franklin says, though, each issue is viewed differently by each party.
This is clearly, surely, not because the economic environment is that dramatically different for Democrats and Republicans, but it's a good example of partisanship structuring our views.
So if you look at those issues, things like inflation and crime resonate with Republicans. On the flip side, gun violence resonates with Democrats as well as abortion. We've seen the issue of the overturning of Roe v. Wade there as there are questions of how much that will drive Democratic turnout to the polls. Marquette's numbers show that there's little difference between how likely Democrats and Republicans are to vote in November. And if you tune in tomorrow live at 4, poll director Charles Franklin will break down those numbers.
He will indeed. Will, thank you. Officials say their latest numbers show the city of Madison is getting safer, but there's still work to be done. In a briefing this morning, officials gave an update on the city's response to crime as well as Vision Zero. That's the city's initiative to reduce traffic-related fatalities and injuries. An update was also given on Madison Cares team, which responds to nonviolent mental health emergencies instead of the police.
Everyone in Madison deserves to feel safe in their home, their neighborhood, and their community. And if we're going to get serious about tackling violence, and we are serious about tackling violence. We need to be tough in responding to crime as it happens.
The mayor called on state and federal legislators to implement tighter gun laws, including banning assault weapons. Rose Conway attributed a rise in violent crime across the country to the accessibility of guns.
Anthony Hamilton, who is running against Sheriff Kelvin Barrett for Dane County Sheriff, criticized what he called the misguided gun buyback program in a Madison area event. The detective, who is running as Republican, said that when the guns were being obtained, the sheriff's department failed to check the firearms for possible inclusion into ongoing investigations.
Nearly all of these guns were handed over by older white women, not the demographic that the sheriff said he was after. Just as I suspected, not one single violent offender turned in a gun. Not one single stolen gun was recovered.
He also says there's an ongoing staffing crisis in the department, and what he called Sheriff Barrett's injection of politics into policing has made the crisis worse.
Well, hundreds of new teachers in Madison will head into the classroom in a few weeks, facing new students literally face to face.
The district says masks will be optional as part of its COVID plans.
Catherine Merck spoke with MMSD's superintendent about that decision today during an orientation for those new teachers as the district looks to fill a bunch of openings. Catherine?
Yeah, that's right. 2 years have surely proven the pandemic is tough on a lot of teachers. At today's orientation for new teachers at MMSD, district leaders acknowledge that this pandemic is still going to be something they need to be aware of this year. Even though masks aren't required in Madison, the district will still highly recommend wearing masks indoors and on buses. Students will also not be required to sit 6 feet apart, but the district will also encourage distancing when possible to avoid overcrowding when case counts in the community are high. Superintendent Jenkins says even though Madison required masks all through last year, it's important to put trust in teachers and students themselves.
A part of our teaching and learning is also the human connection. Individuals also have to have choice and voice. We know now from listening to science in certain spaces that we can be without masks and we can still be fine.
This announcement comes just days after the CDC eased social distancing requirements. Dealing with COVID protocols isn't the only struggle for teachers ahead of this school year. I caught up with some of the new hires who shared their excitements and fears ahead of the school year, and I also heard about some of the jobs the district still has to fill. That's all coming up at 5 o'clock.
We'll see you then, Catherine. Thank you. Former Trump attorney Rudy Giuliani is appearing before a special grand jury in Georgia investigating attempts to overturn the 2020 presidential election.
CBS News correspondent Natalie Brand has the details from Washington, D.C.
Rudy Giuliani is spending the day in an Atlanta courthouse answering questions before a grand jury as part of a criminal investigation looking into election interference in 2020.
Talk about this until it's over. The grand juries, as I recall, a secret.
Do you believe President Trump is the ultimate target of this investigation?
I'm not going to comment on the grand jury investigation.
Giuliani is among a group of allies of former President Donald Trump identified as targets of the Fulton County prosecutor's investigation. The former New York City mayor, who served as a personal attorney to then President Trump, became one of his closest advisors in the aftermath of the 2020 election. He publicly made baseless claims of election fraud in key battleground states, including Georgia.
For example, the recount being done in Georgia will tell us nothing because these fraudulent ballots will just be counted again.
This special grand jury was formed in the beginning of this year. The Fulton County District Attorney says the investigation was spurred by the January phone call between Mr. Trump and Georgia's Secretary of State.
I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have.
Anthony Michael Kreis, who teaches law at Georgia State University, says the DA appears to be getting closer to the former president's innermost circle.
I doubt that if a conspiracy case was brought in Georgia, that it would be brought without the former president involved, because he was a linchpin in all of this.
Giuliani's attorneys had tried to delay his testimony because he underwent heart surgery last month, but the judge ordered him to appear even though he could not travel by plane. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Washington.
7 Trump associates and advisors have been called to testify. Trump could also be questioned as part of the inquiry. South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham is scheduled to testify next week.
Changes in the works at the CDC today. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky announced plans to reform the health agency, acknowledging its shortcomings during the COVID-19 response. The plan calls for a new action-oriented culture, emphasizing accountability, collaboration, communication, and timeliness, with big changes in the agency's messaging, like getting rid of confusing and overwhelming guidance documents. There are also plans to get data and science published faster, with the idea of producing data for action, not for the sake of publication.
Congresswoman Liz Cheney lost the battle for her seat by an even greater margin than polls predicted. Voters there chose to send her Trump-backed challenger to Congress instead. Surrounded by members of a family that has dominated Wyoming politics for decades, including her father, former Vice President Dick Cheney, Congresswoman Cheney accepted defeat.
2 years ago, I won this primary with 73% of the vote. I could easily have done the same again, but it would have required that I go along with President Trump's lie about the 2020 election. That was a path I could not and would not take.
Well, she's now the 8th out of 10 House Republicans who voted for Trump's second impeachment following the Capitol attack to be leaving Congress. Cheney's ally says she's considering a bid for the White House in 2024. But before making that decision, she plans to keep busy as the vice chair of the January 6th committee, which continues to probe the former president's conduct.
Well, a new Costco store opened its doors this morning, and people waited in line to get in. The wholesale retailer began welcoming customers inside its new Southside Verona location for the first time at 8 o'clock, but people had already been lining up earlier in the morning. Construction on the $13.5 million building began just 11 months ago.
Well, I think everyone should come down today because it's our first day that we're open. And Costco, as we know, is a treasure hunt experience. Come down, see what we have, and grab it while it's here.
Costco projects the new store will bring 250 new jobs to the Verona area. This will be the 10th Costco store in the state.
Ready to get some groceries?
Bulk up. Well, it's time to fire up the grill. Angie Horkin is cooking out on the patio.
Yeah, you know she's making a beef salad, right?
Really?
Well, we'll find out what that is when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
When we needed new doors and windows for our home, we were looking for someone we could trust.
We've done the bargain brand windows. We've done the runaround.
What we loved about Next Door and Window is that they were different. The experts guided us through every step of their no-pressure process.
We really loved their educational approach. Next Door and Window helped us understand what was right for us.
They have a totally different approach to doors and windows. They made the window and door replacement process simple.
Call 844-600-NEXT to get 50% off your installation.
Like an eagle protects his head.
We all need a rock we can rely on. To be strong. To overcome anything. To be unstoppable. That's why millions rely on the strength and financial guidance of Prudential to achieve their dreams. Who's your rock?
Eyes require a certain kind of care. As a family-owned optical company for over 40 years, Wisconsin Vision knows firsthand just how important your eyes are. That's why our doctors and staff are highly skilled and passionate in their roles. It's why our centers offer a large selection of eyewear suitable for all lifestyles, and it's why our lens lab is state-of-the-art, conveniently located right here in Wisconsin. Ask about our Designer Kids package or free lens upgrade. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
I'm Tim Michaels. I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman who helped build a great Wisconsin company and created thousands of jobs. Tony Evers, Joe Biden, they're two peas in a pod. Both career politicians and way over their head, failing the country and the state of Wisconsin. That's why I'm running. We need to have strong, proven executive leadership in Madison that can get things done and make this state as great as it can be.
Oh, wow. Packer scratch games are back, and there's a chance to win 2 season tickets for 2 years?
Piggies in a blankie.
Thank you.
Lottery Packers scratch games are back with instant cash prizes and a bonus drawing for 2 Packer season tickets for 2 years. With prizes this exciting, everything feels like an opportunity for a big play. Available at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
All right, go Pack Go, right?
With Dad's arthritis, he needs extra help around the house, so I called a Grace. Yes, a Grace. With their agent home service, he can stay at home.
That's where I want to spend these months. With hospice care from a Grace, I can stay home with my dog and my grandkids and their laughter.
I had no idea laughter could be a part of my life again after Joe died. But through a Grace, I found hope and healing.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
Well, many Americans are keeping a close watch on their wallets.
Yeah, they are. According to a report today from the U.S. Census Bureau, retail sales in July were flat compared to the month before. It also marks a slowdown from June when retail sales increased by just under 1%. Analysts say consumers are spending more on basic needs and less on discretionary items.
Well, Target's bottom line is missing the bullseye. Officials at the retail giant say profits plunged 90% during the second quarter. That's well below expectations. This is the second consecutive down quarter for Target, and it's caused its shares on Wall Street to fall 3% in today's pre-market trading. Now, Target is among the numerous retailers that have cut prices on items due to being overstocked. Well, Target says it ended the quarter with 1.5% more inventory than it had 3 months ago.
Stocks lost ground today on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials fell 171 points, closing at 33,980. The NASDAQ was off 164 points. The S&P 500 lost 31.
Well, whether you're perusing your local farmer's market or just buying your produce at your neighborhood grocery store, we're here to give you some inspiration for some delicious salad recipes that you can enjoy all year long.
Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council is here. Good to see you.
Yes.
Beautiful day out here on the patio.
It's perfect grilling weather.
So steak salad.
Yeah, I thought it was a good time of year to talk about steak salads because it's such a great way to incorporate all the garden produce.
Everything's coming in right now.
Into the meals, and you can be very flexible with what you add to these. Really, these steak salad recipes are kind of just idea starters, really. It's not really a recipe.
Anything goes.
Anything goes, right. And two, you can be so versatile with your steak. So you don't have to use the steak that's on the website in the recipe. I'm using a top sirloin and I'm using a strip. But you know what? When you head to the supermarket and you want to buy what's on sale.
Whatever's on sale.
Buy that. Buy the steak that's on sale and substitute it in. So this first recipe here is called grilled spicy steak salad with a guacamole salsa. So I'm just using a jarred guac salsa. So I marinated the top sirloin just a couple hours. I put it in the marinade at 2 o'clock, so 2 hours. Fresh lime juice. You could definitely use like jarred lime juice, chili powder, and garlic. And that's
for the marinade.
So that's really fresh then.
For the marinade, very fresh. Really, really good with that lime juice. Now, if you want to substitute in a steak, like a more economical steak than top sirloin, maybe like a chuck or a round, just marinate it overnight because it's got that lime juice in there to tenderize it, so you don't have to worry about it.
The flies are hungry too.
Yeah, they're smelling
this Julian's bee, I think.
That bee is lurking around. Watch out.
Some tomatoes.
Be careful.
Tomatoes. This is kind of different. Mandarin oranges.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Really good in there.
Yeah.
So a little fruit. And then it calls for a little red onion, but if you've got different kind of onion in the garden, throw that in.
Green onion would be great too.
And then just super easy, a little guac salsa. And there it is. And it's so light with that lime juice. And it's pretty too, a lot of colors.
All right.
Second recipe. So I started with romaine. Now, I grilled it. I cut it in half and grilled it. You really don't need to, but the recipe said
grilled?
Grilled it. Try it.
Okay.
If you want. And then I did a strip steak. So I just did a little salt and pepper and garlic on the strip. And then this gets a lot of veggies. So I've got my veggie basket here. And I've got in 1 zucchini, 1 squash. It calls for sweet potato. I did par cook that ahead because that's a little crunchier. It takes a little bit longer, but you definitely don't have to use it. Or you could do white potato. And then asparagus. And I threw some red pepper in too, just for fun, because I had a little bit. This is kind of clean out the refrigerator.
Yeah, and so anything.
What do you have on top of here?
I did extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper, and then I did a little bit of balsamic vinegar. And you kind of want to soak your veggies in that ahead of time. If you add the oils while they're on the grill, you might get a little flare up. But you can always salt and pepper them as they cook. Actually, I gotta get the steak on there, and then we'll add a little more balsamic. And then I just got balsamic vinaigrette. But you know what? Use any kind of vinaigrette you like, whatever you have, or make a homemade one. This is a bottled vinegar.
Oh, it's healthy.
Super easy.
Yeah, what I like about this is it's very vegetable heavy, but you still get some protein in there, so you can be flexible.
Exactly. So you still get if you eat 3 ounces of the steak, you get 25 grams of protein. So it takes it from like a salad to an entree. So you can feel hearty, feel satisfied, and feel good.
And I think that one's going home with,
There you go.
going home with Brady. All right, Beef Tips.
BeefTips.com is the Wisconsin Beef Council website. Check it out. Click on As Seen on TV, and you'll find a lot of other great salads. Perfect for this time of year.
Yeah. Enjoy summer while we can.
Yes. Sounds
great.
Keep the grill going. All right, Ange, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, it was supposed to be a temporary thing, but now the Field of Light art installation is going to keep shining.
Yeah, we'll find out more about this spectacular display and why it's going to continue coming up after Julian's First Warn forecast.
Mirror, mirror on my 5-piece Tremont bedroom set. Only $9.99. Dresser and mirror, chest, queen bed, even a nightstand. At Bob's Discount Furniture, you get the quality and value you deserve. Even if you like talking to yourself in the mirror.
Get Bob's Discount! When it's hot, all you want is some relief. Relief from the heat outside, relief from sleepless nights, and relief from big electric bills. Even your air conditioning unit needs some relief. So when you wrap your home with our premium injection foam, it's like putting your entire house in a cooler. It keeps the hot air out, the cool air in, and your electric bills lower. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation. Why hide your skin if Dupixent has your moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis under control?
Hide my skin? Not me.
By hitting eczema where it counts, Dupixent helps heal your skin from within, keeping you one step ahead of eczema.
Hide my skin? Not me.
And that means long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief for adults. With Dupixent, you can show more skin with less eczema.
Hide my skin? Not me.
Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. When you help heal your skin from within, you can change how your skin looks and feels. And that's the kind of change you notice. Talk to your eczema specialist about Dupixent, a breakthrough eczema treatment.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
Made in America is more than just a slogan. It's smart policy. When we manufacture things here, our shelves are stocked, and it creates jobs you can raise a family on. Like my parents had. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift. I'm tired of the excuses from millionaires running the Senate. I'll bring manufacturing back here, so folks like you who actually earn your paychecks finally get a fair shot. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Get Bob's Discount on furniture, on lamps, on chairs, on mattresses, on rugs, too.
Get Bob's Discount!
Only at Bob's Discount Furniture.
Well, take a look at this. Here's what $2.2 million can get you at the car lot. It's a Delage D12, which is unveiled in West Hollywood last night. It's got some eye-popping specs, 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds, a top speed of 224 miles an hour, and nearly 1,000 horsepower. Remarkably, the Delage is also street legal. Besides being expensive, it's also rare. Only 30 will be produced.
You want one, don't you?
No, I couldn't get in and out of that thing. You need a crowbar to get me out of it.
It's very sleek. Look
yeah,
at
it
that.
is.
Oh my gosh, that thing's gorgeous.
It's good for LA, not around here. Well, Papa John's expanding its menu with a crustless surprise.
Yeah, here's the thing. It's adding Papa Bowls, which are all toppings, no crust. There are 3 versions available: garden veggie, chicken Alfredo, and Italian meats trio. The pizza giant says these bowls offer a healthier alternative to consumers. The Papa Bowls will be available next week nationwide. Here's the thing. I would order breadsticks with that.
Why? You're going to a pizza place. Just get the pizza.
This is setting Julian off.
What? Why are you trying to... You're not going there to be healthy. You're clearly going there to eat a pizza.
Well, first of all, it's Papa John's.
Oh, my gosh.
Right away.
What is wrong with us?
Oh,
you got an issue.
Controversy.
Oh, my gosh. We do everything but just eat healthy.
You know, Susan says there's no such thing as bad pizza. She's wrong. I know. There's a lot of... They're a proud sponsor of this. No, I don't know.
We are just slandering Papa John's.
Well, no, we're not. It's good. It's good. All right, let's get to the weather.
Oh, my gosh.
Before we lose any more sponsors.
Yeah, that's true. But as we take a look at our weather, well, folks, it's going to be gorgeous tonight, but rain is in our forecast. We'll time that out coming up after the break.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashish Raval with the Ortho Team Clinic at Stoughton Health. We hope you can join us for our upcoming event on shoulder pain relief.
Remember as a kid, if you could dream it, you could do it? Well, you still can. Now during the Ford Summer Supercharged sales event. Simply lock in your order on select Ford vehicles and we'll lock in your rate. Even if rates go up before your order comes in, you're protected. That's how Ford is supercharging your summer. Now place your order and lock in an annual percentage rate of 2.9% for 60 months on select Ford vehicles.
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate summer with our hot summer sale. We're talking about sizzling savings of 22%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 2 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our hot summer sale. Save 22% off gutters with any full roofing or siding project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
It's easy to think that all money managers are pretty much the same, but at Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Different how? You saw high commission investment products, right?
Nope, Fisher avoids them.
Well, you must earn commissions on trades.
Never at Fisher Investments.
Okay, then you probably sneak in some hidden and layered fees.
No. We structure our fees so we do better when clients do better. That might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
I'm gonna miss you.
At Prudential, we can't tell you when your kids will finally go out on their own. But we can at least make sure that when they do, you're ready. That's why millions rely on us for the rock-solid strength that helps you plan for and achieve your retirement dreams. Whichever road you take, who's your rock?
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, as we're kicking off our evening, let's go ahead and plan out the rest of tonight. Going in throughout the next few hours, we'll see the 80s really start to hold out as we get into around the 6 o'clock hour. But from 8 to 10, we'll start to see some real cool weather on the way as we'll drop into low 70s and the mid 60s by the time we get into 10 p.m. tonight. However, tonight is going to be around 58 degrees for us overall, so another comfortable night is on tap for us here in Madison as we continue throughout the rest of the week. Planning out the rest of the area for southern Wisconsin, though, many of us will be pretty uniform into those upper 50s and the low 60s, especially for areas to the northwest and overall throughout areas just south and southwest and southeast of Madison as well. But taking a look at what we're going to see here in Dane County, Sauk City and Arena could be around 57 degrees for us, Cross Plains at 58, and for Sun Prairie, we're looking around 57 degrees for us going into tonight. Now let's talk about later into the week. Going into tomorrow, we're going to have this high pressure system still keep things rather dry, but we are going to be looking at some changes as we have this low pressure system that's going to start to push its way just east into the upper Midwest, and we'll be bringing in some rain chances by the time we get into our Thursday. So let's go ahead and plan that out for us. Tonight, it's going to be seeing mostly clear skies for us for over the most parts. Temperatures will drop into those upper 50s, and as we wake up into our Thursday morning, could start to see a bit of some developments, especially areas just northwest of Black River Falls by the time we get into our 7 a.m. commute. Overall, though, for us in southern Wisconsin, especially for Madison, Platteville, and Janesville, could start to see some cloud cover developing just southeast, but overall, it's going to be a pretty nice morning. Then as we get into closer to the mid-morning and late morning hours, could start to see a quick little system of some rain starting to roll its way from La Crosse, Camp Douglas, into Wautoma. It'll start to try to push its way into Dane County by the time we get into our 3 p.m. hours. You might want to have some rain gear nearby as we get into seeing some showers and potentially even some heavier showers or rain. Even some thunderstorms are possible just near Grant County, north of Platteville by the time we get into our 5 p.m. commutes and going into around the dinner time hour as well. We're still going to be watching for that little cluster that could be pushing itself into southern Wisconsin. Overall, though, what we're also going to be watching for is going to be going into our Friday. Another system is going to continue to rebound itself into southern Wisconsin. It could be bringing in rain chances throughout our Friday morning, afternoon, and going into our Friday night. And some thunderstorms are possible with this system, so be aware because we do have high school football going into kickoff for the first time of the season for Friday. So make sure you're weather aware, have your rain gear nearby, and on top of it, as we go into the weekend, we're looking at more rain, which potentially could bring into about an inch or an inch and a half for some areas. Again, so stay weather aware as we inch closer to the weekend. But the good news is temperatures are going to stay rather summer-like into the upper 70s, low 80s. That's going to be the theme for us aside from this weekend when we're hanging around those mid-70s as we still have some shower and storm potential and the cloud cover sticks around as well. But next week, we are going to be pretty much the exact same as it was this week for us, and we will be watching for next weekend a potential another system to bring in some more rain.
Summer's still here.
Summer is still here. It's reminding us of that. Good thing, though, we're not sweating every day.
No, it's good. It's comfortable.
Oh, my gosh. It's a blessing.
All right, Julian, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, opening in 2019, the spectacular art installation Field of Light was supposed to be a temporary exhibit.
Yeah, but then when the pandemic hit and the owners of the outdoor California venue decided people needed a place to escape and decompress more than ever.
Jamie Yuccas first visited when it opened, then reconnected with the artist this summer to explore the new addition to his expanding work of art.
Shimmering and shining, more than 58,000 solar-powered spheres make a dazzling display on this California night.
Hopefully the art helps you see nature and nature helps you see the art.
Combining nature and technology, British artist Bruce Monroe created the Field of Light in Paso Robles, California.
Amazingly, I think people do feel a sense of peace and connection because that's my intention.
When the pandemic hit, the real power of this immersive experience came to light. Stressed out visitors found a place for meditation and a renewed sense of serenity.
Why do you think people connect so strongly to your work?
Because I think they're simple. When one feels connected with a time and place, you feel open, you sort of dissolve and you stop being I and you become part of something much bigger. Life is so short, so I kind of thought it's time to just raise your hand and say, look, good stuff does happen.
The good stuff starts as the sun sets. People gather to watch the spectacular super bloom come to life. It's expanded now to include 69 light towers, composed of more than 17,000 wine bottles, a nod to the area's surrounding vineyards. The colors change in unison to a musical score.
How does it make you feel?
Alive. I'd say alive.
Do you have certain feelings that come up when you look at all the lights?
I feel really happy, and I feel like nothing bad is ever going to happen again. When times get dark, you just have to open up your eyes and see the light.
Seeing the light became critical in Paso Robles when the pandemic shut down fundraisers for local charities. So the venue started hosting events and donating money to several groups struggling to survive. First after COVID, then with supply issues, and now inflation.
This is Minnie Cooper.
Leslie Thomas runs a nearby animal sanctuary, a permanent home to 43 furry friends, all with special needs.
Now horses are being dumped because of feed costs. The animals are taking the brunt of the economy, but it's our joy. We love it. We're going to keep them forever, make sure they're healthy.
You can't believe how we use that money, and we helped a lot of families.
Fantastic.
And the money raised has been life-changing for John Allen's organization, which helps the families of law enforcement pay medical costs not covered by insurance. This officer, injured in a shootout in 2020, is still unable to return to work.
It's just showing people really do care, and people have got big hearts, and we should be looking out for each other.
Monroe was looking out for hospital workers while isolating at home in England in 2020. He built a ribbon of light along the edge of his property with some 60,000 CDs, a footpath to raise both money and the spirits of medical teams and volunteers.
Light is an easy way to heal the spirit. There's a lot of healing still to go on, and I hope that the installations that I create do bring some joy to people's hearts.
Bruce Monroe's magical illuminations have been a welcoming beacon around the world for close to 20 years. Leading with light, he hopes the beauty grounds you in the moment.
In some ways, there has been light coming out of that darkness. It's allowed us to rediscover our values, our core values. We must remember what we were like before the pandemic and how much we've learned from it to make us better people and live more fulfilled lives.
For CBS Mornings, I'm Jamie Yukas in Paso Robles, California.
Just spectacular.
Yeah, I think those things help. When you're dealing with troubled times, a little bit of beauty kind of livens you up.
Light helps a lot, light therapy. Well, coming up next year on Live at 4, a new report ranks the airlines. We'll tell you which carriers are tops when it comes to reliability and cost.
And then at 5, crashes are up on East Washington Avenue, but deaths are down. So how does the city assess this recent report card? Tahalil Mujahideen tells us more at 5.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Velco Factory Direct. What does that mean? It means no middleman, no overpriced, underperforming windows. Factory Direct means getting what you want, when you want, without breaking the bank. It means when you buy one window, you'll get one free. Yes, free. It means quality craftsmanship, custom designs, and a lifetime warranty. Most importantly, it means a team of window professionals dedicated to one thing above all, your delight. Buy one window, get one free. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Velco.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhoffel's. During Steinhoffel's Labor Day sale, get a Beauty Rest Queen mattress for only $3.99. Or upgrade to the luxury and comfort of a Beauty Rest Black and get $200 in Steinhoffel's cash, plus a $100 gas reward card. And with Steinhoffel's 60-month 0% financing, your new mattress just got more affordable. Isn't it time you got a great night's sleep? Relax, it's Steinhoffel's.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with the best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get a 100% risk-free guarantee. Call or go online.
Eyes require a certain kind of care. As a family-owned optical company for over 40 years, Wisconsin Vision knows firsthand just how important your eyes are. That's why our doctors and staff are highly skilled and passionate in their roles. It's why our centers offer a large selection of eyewear suitable for all lifestyles, and it's why our lens lab is state-of-the-art, conveniently located right here in Wisconsin. Ask about our designer kids package or free lens upgrade. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
New at 5, over 300 new employees will still not fill all the vacancies in the Madison School District. We show how the incoming teachers intend to handle that workload with the shortage.
Temperatures will be comfortably warm for Thursday and Friday. While there's a slight chance for a thunderstorm Thursday afternoon, the better chances for rain will be from Friday afternoon through Sunday. I'll let you know how much rain to expect at 5.
And ahead at 6, the newest prediction. Polls have the election races neck and neck. Will Keneally analyzes the results and what it could mean for each campaign. That's tonight at 6.
All right. Well, we were going to Baltimore, but now we're here. Oh, well.
Oh, well. It's been a difficult year to travel with widespread flight cancellations, delays, and lost bags nationwide.
With that in mind, the Point Sky is releasing its 6th annual Best Airlines report to help consumers choose which carrier to fly when booking their next getaway.
Trinity Chavez reports from LaGuardia Airport in New York City.
For the 4th year in a row, Delta Airlines is the #1 airline. That's according to a new report from the Point Sky.
We actually put some weight this year on family travel, and the airlines that are nice to families, Delta now actually has family seating, so that got them a little extra love.
The Point Sky CEO and founder, Brian Kelly, appeared on CBS Mornings to discuss how his company ranked the top 10, which put Southwest at #2, United #3, American #4, and Alaska Airlines at #5. He says there are 4 main factors: reliability, the overall experience, cost and number of destinations, and finally, loyalty perks.
The funny thing is Delta didn't actually come in #1 in any of those categories, but they posted really strong. They're also the most expensive airline, so consumers are willing to pay to be treated like humans. I think that's the key theme we're seeing.
Southwest ranked #1 in terms of cost and number of destinations, while United scored the highest among frequent flyers. What are your thoughts when it comes to booking your travel?
Well, I book for reliability, comfort, points also.
The ranking comes during a difficult year for air travelers. U.S.-based airlines canceled more than 120,000 flights through July, but experts say there are ways travelers can make their trip smoother.
Always check to see where your aircraft's coming in from. You can set alerts for your flight. Always get the airline app.
Another tip, if you're delayed and need to get a hotel room, airlines usually won't cover that, but there are credit cards that offer flight delay and interruption coverage. Trinity Chavez, CBS News, New York.
Well, Hawaiian Airlines ranked the highest in reliability with more than 90% of its flights arriving on time, which may not be surprising considering it doesn't fly to many cold weather destinations. Okay, that's where the snowstorms are an issue.
That's right. Delta came in 2nd place with just 1.25 complaints for every 100,000 passengers. Well, it's time to get your plant and garden questions answered.
Lisa Briggs is standing by on the patio, ready to take your calls. Hey, Lisa.
Busy place today. The number is 608-270-9933. We'll get to your calls right after the break.
There's a difference in a small town where family values still hold true. Welcome to the Portage Furniture Store. Well, we ventured back to Portage and look at who we found, the 2 Ayers brothers, Austin and Aaron. It's good to see you guys.
Welcome back.
So how is business? How is life?
Business has been great. It's been very busy for both of us. A couple new kiddos in the past year. So no, but business has been doing great.
I know you really want to give a shout out to all of the people around this area that shop local, that choose to come right here to Cook Street to see the 2 of you.
Obviously, first and foremost, we're so appreciative of our customers, and there's just been such a strong sentiment to shop local, shop small, support family business. And I guess with the inventory, we've been very blessed. We've got a packed showroom, trucks coming in every week. We've really we're running out of places to put everything. We're in good shape.
I feel like there's such a difference in the customer's mood when they walk in. They don't have that anxious feeling of, oh gosh, here comes the salesperson coming over to talk to me. Why is that so different here?
We put a major emphasis on no pressure shopping. Our salespeople, they're fantastic. They're going to be there when you need them, but they're going to let you, try everything out, and they're going to leave you alone, let you relax.
So all these years later, the big question is, there still the Portage Furniture free delivery?
Yep, absolutely. Still the free delivery. Going to bring it right into your home, set it up, make it perfect for you. They'll even cook you dinner or sing a song for you if you need. They're just fantastic.
That's that small, local, family feel business mentality. You can't replicate it, right?
We're the Mears family.
From the Portage Furniture Store, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Had enough? No. Arthritis. Here. Aspercream arthritis. Huh. Full prescription strength. Reduces inflammation. Thank the gods. Don't thank them too soon.
Kick pain in the Aspercream.
I'm Tim Michaels. I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman who helped build a great Wisconsin company and created thousands of jobs. Tony Evers, Joe Biden, they're two peas in a pod. Both career politicians and way over their head, failing the country and the state of Wisconsin. That's why I'm running. We need to have strong, proven executive leadership in Madison that can get things done and make this state as great as it can be.
Cookies and Briars. That's like getting 2 desserts. Wait, do we have to thank our moms twice? I don't know.
Breyers, 100% grade A milk and cream and loaded with delicious cookie pieces. Better starts with Breyers.
And with another update on our traffic for our 4 o'clock hour, as we take a look at the Beltline as of right now, all green, east and westbound. Pretty smooth sailing as we're kicking things off with that. And as we take a look at our interstate, also staying pretty green. Smooth as butter as we're getting into our traffic for the 4 p.m. hour. So if you're ready to go, well, it is as well. That's going to do it for traffic. And go ahead and toss it back to you guys.
Thank you, Julian. Well, there are corn mazes, and then there's the Richardson Adventure Farm Corn Maze in Spring Grove, Illinois. It's billed as the world's largest corn maze with 9 to 10 miles of trail winding through 28 acres of live corn. See those little faces? Well, this year it's a tribute to 60 years of Bond, James Bond. Speaking of anniversaries, this is the 21st year the Richardson family has created an elaborate corn maze on the farm, now in its 5th and 6th generation, and it's been working as a farm since 1836.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, it's time to get your plant and garden questions answered. Lisa Briggs out on the patio. Good to see you, Lisa. How are you?
Good to see you guys, too.
All right, we have some calls. We'll start with Sam in Spring Green. Hi, Sam. What's your question?
Yes, we have a 7-year-old service berry tree, and we've noticed the last 3 years that it's dropping very early spring. It will drop yellow and red leaves, a few of them. It's getting more over the years. And when you look up from the bottom of the tree, the bottom third of the branches are dead.
Okay, so I would start off by pruning out those dead branches. And it sounds to me, if it's happening sort of early summer, what it might be is a fungal disease. So you could certainly spray a fungicide after the petals drop.
Okay.
And then the other thing I would say is that serviceberry don't mind it being a little wet, and we have had some dry years, so maybe you want to irrigate, put a good layer of mulch down around the planting area, and see if that will help.
Okay, I have one other question. My iris plants, the leaves at this time of the year are starting to tip over even though they're green. They lay flat on the ground.
Probably time to go ahead and thin them out. Iris need to be divided every 3 or 4 years, and now is the time to do that. So dig them up and separate them and then replant.
All right, thanks for the call.
Next caller, hey, Paul from Janesville, what's your question?
Yeah, so I've got a lilac bush. I hesitate to call it a bush. It's more like a tree.
Okay.
And what I wanted to do is, my wife had the green thumb. I've got a brown thumb. I kill everything. So I want to take and trim it back.
Okay, you can do that. Pruning, though, now is going to likely cut off flowers that would be ready for next year. So it's okay to trim it, maybe about, 20-25% if you're making it smaller, but just be aware that you're going to cut off flower buds for next year. They've already formed. Best time to prune lilacs is right when they're done flowering.
Okay, so next spring. All right, Paul. All right, Paul, thanks for the call. Let's go to Vicki now. Hi, Vicki, what's your question?
Yes. Hi, Lisa. I have 3 hydrangea plants
that are about 3 years old, and one of them was blooming profusely, and the other two only had one bloom on a piece. So what can I do?
Do you know what type they are? Are they low with the sort of ball-shaped flowers?
They're the Summer Crush.
Oh, they're Summer Crush. Okay. So Summer Crush is out of a series out of Minnesota. What I would do is make sure that you prune it in the summer or in the spring. Don't prune it in the fall, so don't cut it back at the end of the season. Wait until spring and just prune back the dead branches. It will bloom a little bit on new growth, but a lot of flowers will come off that old growth, so do what you can to preserve that.
Okay. And lots of sun. No?
Summer Crush is a morning sun kind of hydrangea, but it does need 3 or 4 hours to bloom.
Okay.
Well, Karen from McFarland, what's your question?
I want to know the best way to keep a high hibiscus plant alive in the winter.
So you have one that you probably have outside and you want to bring it inside. Make sure before you...
I just want to do whatever I'm supposed to do.
Okay.
Because I really don't know.
Tell her what she's supposed to do.
If it has been outside for the summer, you're going to want to make sure that you treat it for insect pests before you bring it into the house. And you're going to want to make sure that you time that so when the temperatures are below 50 at night or a little consistently, that's when you're going to want to move it inside. It needs a ton of light. The shadiest spot in your yard isn't sunnier than the sunniest spot in your house. So just put it in the brightest location, a south or a west window, and just know that it's probably going to drop a bunch of leaves when you bring it inside.
So it's not going to really survive, thrive inside.
It will do okay. Sometimes they get a little leggy and you'll want to do some pruning back, but they don't like that transition from outside to inside.
All right. Well, we are out of time. We thank you all for calling in. Lisa, thanks for coming out today.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Lisa.
All right. We'll check back soon, and we'll have a final check your forecast coming up.
At iMart Express, you'll save on glasses for classes. For $79, get 2 pairs with kid-safe polycarbonate lenses and a free 1-year frame warranty. Don't let the bell ring before you get a chance to save. A $200 value, all for $79.
In a recent clinical study, patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity, using less or a lot less oral pain medicines, and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
If Tim Michaels is governor, here's what reproductive health care would look like in Wisconsin. Providing abortions? A felony. Exceptions in cases of rape or incest? None. Here's what Michaels says to Wisconsin women who get pregnant after being raped. To ask her to go through the birth is not unreasonable. Tim Michaels is a radical and divisive politician coming for your rights. Wisconsin women deserve better. Vote no on Tim Michaels.
My husband said to give our house more curb appeal. So I started painting. Then I went on Google and looked up the meaning of curb appeal. It said to make it more nicer. So I called Replacement Window Center, and they put in new replacement windows.
Get free installation and 0% financing for 18 months. Free installation and 0% financing. Hurry, call now.
Replacement Window Center. Our name says it all.
iMart Express owns selection, price, and speed. Need single vision? Get 2 pairs starting under $40. Progressives, 2 pairs start under $80. Nobody beats us, guaranteed. iMart Express. Right glasses, right price, right now.
New data highlights the danger on East Washington Avenue. News 3 now unpacks the latest numbers from the Madison PD. And a week away from school being in session, and so many positions remain empty despite a large hiring. MMSD could face trouble this fall. It's coming up at 5.
On a mission to rescue and rehabilitate birds of prey.
You're just the underdogs, you're just rooting for them.
Mark Kane shows you how these breathtaking birds are getting a second life in hopes of one day soaring to freedom again. Thursday at 6.
And wrapping things up are 3 things we'll need to know. This is what we're going to be looking at over the next couple of days. Warm temperatures will stick around into the lower 80s for a few of us. And then we're going to stay dry until about Thursday or even Thursday night, where we could see that system bringing in some wet and thundery conditions, which will lead into our weekend, which things will be cool and once again will be wet as well. We're going to be talking about these showers starting to develop as we get into our Thursday night, and for some areas could even be a little bit earlier as well. But meteorologist Gary Canolti will be breaking that down and who will be impacted in just a few moments, coming up at 5. Until then, back to you guys.
Well, tomorrow live at 4, Dr. Zorba Pastor will be along. He'll have the latest medical news and we'll be taking your calls.
Always a busy day for him. And then we're going to look at the political race for governor is shaping up here in Wisconsin tonight.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements. Call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
At Bachman Pools and Spas, we have 25 hot tubs on display.
Several models available for immediate delivery.
For a limited time, all new hot spring spas come with a revolutionary freshwater salt system for free.
That's a $1,200 value.
You owe it to yourself to experience soft, natural, healthy water.
Hurry in to take advantage of special 0% interest for 60 months. Plus, get a free freshwater salt system.
Relax, it's Bachman's.
Need to update your furniture? Menards is your one-stop shop with all of the latest furniture styles at the lowest prices. Plus, a great selection in stock ready to take home today. So go ahead, relax in a recliner, get cozy in a love seat, or simply unwind with a comfy sofa. Need more seats? We've got sectionals too. Get 11% off on your new furniture set now at Menards. Hurry in. These deals won't last long.
Ooh, Kohler, of course.
When were you going to tell me about the new shower?
Oh, you like it?
I love it.
I designed it myself.
Is she bragging about our shower again?
Wow.
It was all Kohler Luxstone. The walls, the storage, the shower head, everything. A Kohler authorized dealer walked us through every detail, and installation couldn't have been easier.
Made in America is more than just a slogan. It's smart policy. When we manufacture things here, our shelves are stocked, and it creates jobs you can raise a family on. Like my parents had. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift. I'm tired of the excuses from millionaires running the Senate. I'll bring manufacturing back here, so folks like you who actually earn your paychecks finally get a fair shot. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements. Call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
In today's Final Touch, we're going deep down under.
Way deep. A group of caving enthusiasts in Australia making a deep descent after finding and mapping what turned out to be the deepest cave in all of Australia. Members of the Southern Tasmanian Caverners plunged into pitch-black chasms and squeezed through claustrophobic crevices.
Oh my!
To meticulously map the entire of the cave. They nicknamed it Delta variant. At 1,315 vertical feet, that's taller than the top floor of the Empire State Building. So they finally reached the bottom. It was time for a subterranean celebration.
I wonder if they had steak salad to celebrate.
Oh, no, we did.
We did, yeah.
I don't think they did.
Oof, no thanks. I'm not for that.
All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.